Yo, what's up? It's the one and only HipHopGamer. But enough about me. It's all about my man Magnus, The Division. First off, we spoke before in LA. Thank you so much. I know you're tired. I know you've been running around doing so much, but we thank you for your presence and we thank you for your mentality on this game. The first thing I want to ask you, like now that the beta is out and stuff like that, what's the first thing that you found out with the fans that was in the beta that tried it out? What's the first thing that he said about the game, how they felt about it? What's the first thing that they expressed to you?
Well, I think that this thing about the Dark Zone, this place where, you know, you go in and you don't know what's going on when you see another person. You see, are they going to shoot at me? We're gonna group up and help out, or you know, that ambiguity, like that feeling of not knowing what that this person's going to do. And for us to do a space where it's not normal multiplayer. It's not okay, shoot on site, and the rules are not defined. And the people's experience with that and their first meeting with that environment, the Dark Zone, it's been priceless to just follow the forums, to see all the comments, the way that people reacted, because they've never seen anything like that. So that really is like, was the best feeling to just see all those people react to the Dark Zone.
Now, I'm one of the dudes that was telling y'all, when you see the Dark Zone, just the darkness, the way it happens, it's going to blow your mind. Thank you. I appreciate that. Now, the next question, and I think this is very important, can you turn on, like, can any of the Division members, like, turn on each other? Like, is that even like a possibility, or is the game designed where they supposed to always stay together? Because when I was thinking about the Dark Zone, I was thinking, wait a minute, like, what if that happened and the Division kind of got even more divided? That would be crazy if that was possible. Talk to me about that.
Well, so the Dark Zone is a place where in our universe, in our world that we created, where the Division agents can actually start shooting at each other. That's the whole sort of gameplay of the Dark Zone. And outside of that, I don't want to spoil too much about the story, but definitely there's a narrative story aspect to this division within the division as well. So when you're playing the campaign and you're going to find out a little bit more about what happened to the division agents that came before you, then there's definitely a little bit of that rogue agent going on, not just in the Dark Zone. So this concept of absolute power corrupts absolutely, of you seeing somebody with that loot that you really want, and then you have the power, there's no rules of engagement, I'm just gonna kill you and take that stuff. That's something that's not just for the gamers in the Dark Zone, that's also something we're playing on in the story as well.
Yo, hold on, you gotta hold the belt. You gotta hold the belt one more time, man. This is crazy. Okay, so now I got another major question. Now, in the presentation, right, you know how they was talking about, like, you could lose your stuff and everything. So when you play multiplayer, right, what if I walk up on somebody and I kill him, I take his stuff? Like, will they, like, never be able to get that particular stuff back again unless they see me in the world again? Like, is it that personal? Because, like, a lot of times when you play certain multiplayer games, if you get a kill on somebody, it's like you gotta get that person back. Like, they give you that energy. Does that same thing exist in the Division?
I mean, absolutely. When somebody kills me in the Dark Zone and takes my stuff, I'm gonna immediately try to track that person down, right? I'm gonna, because the second they get your stuff, you're on a timer, because what they can do, once they get your stuff, they can extract it. They can go and call in a helicopter and get that gear out of there, and then it's lost to you forever. So immediately when somebody steals your stuff, what you want to do is then immediately go back to where you were killed. If you see somebody launching a flare, that means somebody is trying to extract and take your gear out of the Dark Zone. So you're going to rush over there and you're going to try to find the people that did this to you, and hopefully then kill them and take your stuff back.
You know what? I got a very interesting question for you. What don't this game do?
I don't know. Last a very short time.
No, but seriously, because, you know, a lot of people that don't understand, like, how games work and how, like, game development works, you know, you got a lot of fans out there that are just talk randomly without having knowledge of this stuff. But seeing this like this, there's nothing out there on the market like this to this extent. And I know a lot of people mention Destiny and the Division in the same sentence, but you guys is doing something new. This is groundbreaking, and I'm just blown away by it. I'm sorry, I'm just very excited, and March 8th can't come soon enough. Major question. I spoke to this, I said this to Julian as well. I think I said this to you before, but when it comes to expanding the actual story and the narrative, will we get a chance to see multiple endings? Because one of the things you was talking about on the panel, you was talking about there is a closing, but I was bothered by that because this game and what it's based on, there's really no end game to it because there's always something happening. You see what I'm saying? In real life. So will this story have multiple endings? Will it expand in that way, or is it truly going to close and end?
So when we say that, when you play the Division and you get to the end of the campaign and the story missions, when we say that there's closure, that doesn't mean that everything is done and the world is perfect and everything is saved and everything's hunky-dory.
Thank you.
No, that's not the point. You get a closure, and you get to follow the threads and see them through and get some satisfying answers to what the hell was going on. But that does not mean that everything is now done and everything is perfect and there's nothing more to do for you as an agent or for the Division as an agency. No. There's still so much more to do, both for you in the game and what you can do past level 30 and continue playing, and the end game that we haven't even talked about. So that as well, but also in the world of the Division, you do get to finish some things and finish the job that you set out to do. That doesn't mean that there's nothing left to do in the universe.
Oh, I can't wait. So 2 more questions, we're going to wrap it up. Medical, tech, and security, right? What I want to ask you is, are those the only 3 pillars that we're going to see in the Division franchise, or is there other pillars that you're going to eventually add to this? Because I was thinking about, okay, medical, security, and tech, but then I was thinking about, okay, well, maybe there's always new threats, there's always new problems. You may need another pillar. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure what it is. Like, it could be anything, but will you guys add to that? Have you guys even thought about what another pillar could be to add on to the medical, the tech, and the security?
So right now, obviously, we've been working very hard to finish the game that we have now, and it is a huge game. I mean, there's so much to do and so many things to do it. So we're very, very proud of what we have, and the 3 wings of the base of operation, those 3 threads, story threads, the 3 things that you can invest in, medical, security, tech. That's what we're launching with. And right now we have about a year's worth of plans for how we're going to continue supporting the game and adding new things to the game. Some of the stuff that we're going to be releasing early on is going to be free of charge. Everybody can download it, new content, new things, and then we got DLC later down the line. So who knows what the future brings in terms of the base of operation and whatever the wings are in there. But right now, at launch, these are the 3 wings and the 3 story threads that you're going to be facing, that you're going to be able to play on March the 8th.
Yo, amazing. Last question. Playing with the Division and all your experience on it, and looking at virtual reality and what that's looking like and seeing how real it is, how it's really coming, is there any way from a game development standpoint that you've looked at the Division and said, this part of the game or certain areas of the game could possibly benefit in a virtual reality way? If so, have you guys explored that at all during the development process of this game and going forward?
So right now and in the game and what we'll be releasing, there's no support for VR in the Division. So, okay. But obviously it's super exciting developments that's going on that front. So we're big fans of it. I mean, we at the company there's this personal interest, and obviously we have a professional interest in making sure that how can we expand and make the experience better. So there's no promises and there's no plans currently, but obviously I'm not closing any doors on that either, because it is super exciting, and the game is beautiful and highly realized. So obviously, it's something that the ideas have popped up, but it's just that there's no concrete plans at the moment. I'm sorry.
Okay, nah, no problem. I just had to ask that because what y'all doing here, I can imagine what y'all can do there. Like, so that's amazing. Look, one love and God bless is my man Magnus. Look, The Division comes out March 8th. Support this game. What I've seen, the research that these gentlemen have done, the team, the hard work. There's nothing absolute. When I tell you this, I'm telling you seriously. There's no game out here on the market that's quite like this, yo. For real, I have an emotional attachment to this damn game, dog. Is that crazy? Seriously, March 8th, yo. Ain't nothing like it. The Division, we out of here, baby. Gangsta, HipHopGamer, Hot 97, dog. We out.